Good afternoon, everybody. I'm really glad to be in my second country here again because my wife is a Filipina. We're 20 years married, and by January we'll be celebrating 20 years. We have 2 kids, and we're happily married. But unfortunately, she couldn't come with me because my second child is in school, and so she couldn't take leave to come with me. Anyway, I really appreciate to be a lifetime member of the Philippine College for Advancement in Medicine. This therapy, I know for many of you, I don't know, last year we were able to participate here to conduct a speech about hot water therapy. Any one of you have, studied the hot water therapy, has a knowledge about hot water therapy, or have heard about the hot water therapy? None of you? No? Nobody? Okay, so it seems, okay, we have only, okay, one person only, okay. Anyway, this is a completely new therapy that falls under the holistic health approach. Exactly, the temperature plays a big role in changing everything in our body. Our body is craving for hot water. And we'll explain with the scientific research, and most especially we'll be focusing on the weight loss. And hot water therapy actually regulate the body into a complete, all the 4 aspects that a human is looking for. The body, the mind, the spirit, and also the emotion. It regulates, it revolutionizes the bodies, biologically and genetically, and also psychologically. It changed completely. So really a lot of benefits. I don't know if I have time. I could have talked about the story about my life, how it started. I was born in Africa. I'm from Oman. And I met Gloria. She's a nurse. She was a nurse in Oman. And there was actually a childhood story that my mother, she suffered with the cancer for 35 years, but it was not diagnosed unless the last 10 years of her life. And she underwent 10 surgeries in her life, 35 years, and we never grown up with our parents, so we were divided into groups, thought that to reduce the load from my mother. So I was looking for answer 10. I used to believe the most important is belief. Believe in your dream. Believe that you can do anything. You will achieve. God is Almighty, will answer your plea. Whoever you are, He will answer. Really. And it's not about religion. My wife, she's Christian. She goes to the church. I'm Muslim, and I'm a universal Muslim who believe in all the religions. I read the Bible. I read all the books. I read the Torah. And I believe there is no difference in human beings. We are all the same, man. We are all the same. We just follow our divine power, what we believe, follow, and we have the common principle that unite us. Unite us for the sake of building a peace, harmony for our children, for our generation. It's not just for us, but for everybody, for the next generation that history will be talking about. All of us. It's a dream for every person. We have the same dream. We have the same body composition. I have never encountered a human being who has 2 noses or 3 eyes. We have the same body components. We share the same faith, devotion. Even the atheist people, I am friend of atheist people, they believe on the divine power. So it's just only, they don't call God, they say divine power. So there's no difference. If you ask a Muslim, they say Allah. It's not God, the name is Allah. It's in Arabic, it's called Allah. But in English, it's God. In Filipino, Tagalog, it's Dios, am I right? So it's not in Swahili, Mungu. So we have no difference. This is the time to find the common principle. Hot water therapy changes the world. I've been working hard around the clock. I had to resign from my job. Actually, originally I'm an engineer, quantity surveyor, but I have to devote completely, leave my job and to devote my time to study holistic health for 6 years until I was able to be granted the PhD in India. I'm very glad I met Dr. Erwin there, and he invited to become a member here. We will talk about, we'll try to go, so to save time. Okay, right. I will request hot water. I am addicted to hot water. If you have seen people addicted to cigarettes, or smoking, I mean, or drinking, I'm addicted to hot water. I cannot stand and talk for more than 10 minutes, most especially when I speak, because I'm becoming dehydrated. I use a lot of energy. And I believe the energy that when I will be speaking will be flowing all around us here, will fill the room. Everybody believe in the energy. And hot water therapy, when we'll be talking about the first and second law of thermodynamics, how energy is transported from the hot water into our body, and then it flows smoothly to everybody. So I would request that hot water distributed to our friends here, colleagues, and also I would request my hot water if you don't mind. Thank you. Right, yesterday one of our colleagues talked about Thomas Edison. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patients in the care of human frame, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. Right? Hot water therapy comes into various modalities. And the most important is the crucial one is the method of drinking hot water. But of course we have some other applications for like skin diseases, psoriasis, and other diseases like asthma and so on. So it falls under different modalities where we have the external therapy, the hydrothermal steam therapy, hydrothermal massage therapy, hydrothermal air therapy, and the hydrothermal towel therapy, where we'll be concentrating about this one for the weight loss. And we have the thermal air therapy, which is a combination to form what we call the hydrothermal air therapy. For the internal use therapy, you have the hot water drinking method. It is a program that you try to follow the program. Of course, drinking hot water anytime will benefit you. But follow the program for many reasons, which we cannot explain here. It's much better. And we have a minimum about 3 liters, of course, depending on physical conditions, atmospheric, and so on. In Oman, the weather in summer, it's about 50 degrees Celsius, sometimes 45. So people are more dehydrated, recommended to drink 6 liters of water. So I request, here, of course, nobody drink 6 liters of water, even in the Gulf. So we have a lot of problems there with diseases. The Gulf spending about $125 billion in 5 years budget, just in healthcare. So it's a challenge for me because something new in the Gulf, in Oman is one of the Arabian Gulf, very difficult to convince people, very difficult to get the government to support, but we say, I will never give up. I will still believe in my dream. People power, it's people who share. Today when I look at the YouTube alone, we approach already 1 million viewers from 187 countries. You can imagine how it spread words of mouth. We use the social media to the best we can, and you'll be getting my card if you want. It's free medicine. I'm not charging anybody with this. It's a challenge to give something free. But I believe the Almighty, the divine power is there. The universal force is looking after me, and also looking after you, all of you. So giving is a way to receive. Hot water, I cannot sell water, I cannot sell the hot water, but I share the knowledge, I walk around the clock to achieve this. Right, the cut-the-fat burning method is a new method. The neck stretching method. Okay, the most important here for you as a human being to be in a complete shape. As you were created, from the time you were formed in the womb of your mother, there is no human being who never passed through the fetal development. Is encountered with the amniotic fluid. That time, the time is the only time that all the aspects are being formed physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Of course, everyone has an explanation, deep explanation, how physically, emotionally, spiritually, and even mentally. Well, the hot water, the most important is the 4 elements of life. Chinese believe about the fire and the wood and so on. There's a common, common approach here. What we believe here with the hot water to change is you as a human being who was born in a complete shape in all the 4 aspects. But that incompletion, I mean, something starts to go wrong within time passing. For the reason because nobody drinks hot water. We need to remember the baby the moment he comes out of the womb of his mother. And I believe many of you are mothers here, they have the same feeling. When I do seminars to kids and they believe to drink hot water because they can easily remember that they were in the womb of their mother. Mothers, you are here. When I be talking, you start to feel that feeling the time you were pregnant. The time you were pregnant, you were encountered with hot water. It's hot water, I repeat it. And that's the only substance that the child, that a new miracle is coming to the world. A new president, a mayor, or a scientist is coming to do something. He's been sent by God here in the world to do a mission. We are meant here to do a mission. We are meant here to do something that when we leave a legacy that our children, our grandchildren will talk about. All of us. We are just temporary visitors of this earth planet. But I believe something. Every human being is going back to heaven because we were created in body and soul, and the soul never died. The soul joined the body. So if the soul came from heaven, it goes back to heaven. I don't believe in hell. Yes, we were given the warning about hell. Because of that, we need to be righteous. We need to form society. We need to be good parents. We need to have a duty to our society, to our parents, to our children, to our friends. Let me tell something. A child when he's born is an angel. He is an angel in a form of human being. And it starts to change by the time he reaches the age of maturity because of the event that he encountered. Then he starts to revolt back. So a child will revolt back based on the events he has seen during his childhood. But he will remain an angel if really we found to discover these hidden mysteries. What is needed, that human being, that angel was born. And a woman, I believe that every woman possesses the heart of an angel. Their intentions to make peace, to make love, harmony, to build a society. They care for their husbands, they care for their children, they care for the society. And this is what I believe. Anyway, we'll go to the next. We have, of course, encountered more than 26 benefits with the hot water therapy. Hydration, of course, we are made up of 100 trillion cells in our body, and every single cell depends on all these 4 elements: water, hydrogen, oxygen, and energy. So very important, energy. You need your cell phone to be charged to get the energy. Your body, how we can recharge your body? You need the energy. That's something missing, a missing factor. That's why health practitioners have been talking with doctors, been talking about you need to do exercise, you need to go to the sunbathing, and so on. A lot of controversies when they say you overuse your body for the exercise and you encounter a problem because your body has used the 75% water to produce the energy. You did not hydrate yourself to return, to recompensate the water loss. The same thing with the sunbathing. Controversies. Yes, there's a lot of benefit to the sunbathing. But if overexposure to the sun, then you get the skin dehydrated, then you will encounter what? Skin cancer. So it's not from the sun. It's from because the water in your body has been used to produce the energy for your body, for the benefit, but you become dehydrated. Hot water provides 4-in-1. I don't say get away from sunbathing. I don't say get away from the food. Of course, we'll be talking about how it's a hot water substitute. Most of the food, this is good news to the world and also to the Philippines, that famine will be diminished. I did not eat anything for morning. And you can ask my wife, rarely I eat. I eat when I crave to eat. I have no breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but I eat when I crave to eat. Of course, the prevention is better than cure to know what food you eat. And many of our colleagues have been talking about the food nutrition that our body, to go into the proper nutrition is much better. Most especially today, the world, the food we eat is, fully packed with, a chemical, that preservative that could harm our body. That's why we have chronic diseases. Where is the technology of health, human health? We see technology in all everywhere, but we don't see technology in human being about the human health. What's going on? Today, we see kids that encounter with chronic diseases. Asthma, cancer, and so on. What is the technology? Where we go back 20 years, but I am 52 years old. This is one of the benefits about free radical cells damage that keep you energetic, healthy, all the time, and many, many benefits we'll be talking about. But the problem is that our children today, they pay the price. Families are suffering. Every one of you, I believe, has somebody in the family who is suffering. And the moment you have somebody who suffers of a chronic disease, the whole family suffers emotionally. And even affect your productivity. It causes you to be absent because you have to go to see your loved one, to visit the hospital, to attend them. So what's going on to the world? The world is going, something is going wrong? No, it's a time to make a change. And I believe in the change with your help, with your contribution, and you are the changes. I am not changing, but it's you the change. But God has said, change never starts from others, but start from self. When you start to believe the change, yes, you can achieve the change. So on, everybody has a dream to do the change and to contribute to make a better world. The bones, the body fit, of course, everyone has a full explanation about that. Brain memory, brainstorming, it's very important about brainstorming. You change your brain, you revolutionize your brain, you become genius. I don't want to talk about my family, even though that we reached 7 years. Me, Gloria, Kais, and Sami, without any single medication. Gloria was suffering with the LDL, was 7.5. She's back to normal. I will even give you, you can see her sugar level last week. It was just a little bit, 6.8. She just increased the hot water. And then you can see the medical checkup from the health center. It went down within just, every day it goes down and went back to normal. How the hot water really regulates the blood sugar, the glucose in the blood. Of course, everyone has an explanation. Scientifically, I can explain to that, but because we have to remember about the time that, yeah, of course, central nervous system. Calories burning is very important to be talking about this, because something about the weight loss. Fat lipids, these are also toxins, the poisonous products of organisms. Pathogenic bacteria, harmful bacteria, diseases, chronic aging, free radical cells damage, skin, eyes, and so on. And of course here, faith, devotion. I believe many of you will be wondering, what's your talking about the faith, devotion? There's an explanation of something about hormonal balance, something to understand who are you and your relationship with who you created you. Even when I sit with an atheist, I say, you believe